Ian,
Dave,
let me tell you about the miracle of childbirth.
I like that we're both doing the same pose now.
Yeah, Ian, less than 28 hours ago, a pregnant ginger cat that my wife and I are fostering fired out 5 baby kittens. And so it's been kitten town over here at Dave's place.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I have little pictures of the babies if you want to see them.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. This is what Dave was doing yesterday.
The world is awful. Show me kittens.
Oh, yeah, boom, done. Here you go. We got 3 black kind of tabby ones, and then 2 gingers.
I see a little ginger butt.
Yep, there's one ginger butt, and then a very, very light ginger up top here.
Oh, yeah.
2 boys and 3 girls, and 1 very exhausted mama.
That's great.
Yeah, so there you go. The world is on fire. At least here's some kittens. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem. Yeah. Some crazy shit happens. At one point, like, we knew the mom was like due to pop, right? Mm-hmm. And like, you can tell, like, they kind of stop eating for a little bit, and they get like really clingy and stuff like that. So my wife and I are sitting in the kitten room, and the mom's having contractions. You can see the contractions and stuff. And this is Kitten Cast, by the way. And she just
kitten husbandry.
yeah, I'm a kitten doula now. She just gets up and like goes underneath the cat tree, and we're like, oh shit, like she's gonna have him under there. And so like the next like 3 minutes was complete chaos. It was me pulling a cat tree that's taller than me and like 5 feet wide out of there. It's made out of like this massive thing of PVC pipe. Mm-hmm. My wife like trying to relocate the cat to a soft place that's not on the cold floor, while a kitten is hanging from its umbilical cord from her. It looked, and at one point the cat was very confused, the mom, and started chasing her own tail, and she looked like one of those carnival swings.
Oh my god!
Fucking flying, and my wife had to be like, stop, and like calm her down. And then we got her into like a nice corner full of tons of blankets and stuff, and then the rest like all went very smoothly after that. But yeah, so there's been a little bit of chaos on my side lately.
I like that it's like Dick Van Dyke when he's rushing out. And he like leaves his wife, famously when he goes to the hospital or whatever.
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke Show, but with cats.
Yeah. Yakety sax came through my head at least twice while all this was happening.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, that's Kitten Cast. We're very happy to welcome 5 little adorable nuggets to the household. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So now when you...
They look just like you.
They do. When you introduce me, Ian, tell the people how you introduce me now.
Oh, yeah. Dave is my cat's emergency contact. It's a true story.
This is a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he is actually my cat's emergency contact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so now you can say your cat's emergency contact and doula.
And and cat doula. Yeah.
Yep. So there you go. Yeah. So how have you been, Ian?
I've been good. I've been very busy. Been busy with work, with children, and then my passions. Pursuing my passions.
Really? So this is like a late night whiskey drinking and record listening?
No, my other passion, my main passion.
Oh, I didn't think we could talk about that on the show.
No, the other one. Home appliance repair.
Really, buddy?
My main passion. Oh, yeah, I love it. It's the best.
I bet that when you repair a dishwasher or something like that, no profanity is uttered whatsoever.
No, it's what I get to.
Children can stay present the whole time. And maybe help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your blood pressure goes down 20 points.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It happened actually, I think the night that we recorded last.
Oh, really? Okay.
Last week.
Oh, yeah, you texted me something very cryptic. What did you text me?
Yeah, what did I text you? I don't even remember now.
Yeah, it was very cryptic, but it said something about, like, let me tell you about my... you said if you need a dishwasher fixed, holla.
Yeah. Yeah.
So take me on this journey, buddy. What's going on?
So my wife and I, we got done recording. Mm-hmm. We watched an episode of television, started the dishwasher, and we went downstairs to bed.
Okay.
Like you do. Mm-hmm. We sleep underneath the kitchen, essentially. And Nico sleeps directly underneath the kitchen. And he woke me up at about 2 o'clock in the morning. Uh-huh. And he said, I feel like I'm hearing water drip.
Oh, no.
And he has like a canopy, it's like a loft bed, and it's got like a little canopy on it. Uh-huh. And there was water dripping on the canopy from the ceiling.
Okay.
And of course it's
better than gushing.
Yes. And of course it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm just like, oh, what?
Right. Let's watch Naked Ian find the wet thing.
Right. And then I go upstairs, and the rug in front of the sink is just sopping wet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so I figure out it's the dishwasher. And so I like shut the water off to the dishwasher, and I go to bed.
Okay.
I clean up as best I can. I move the kids. We move them to someplace dry, get everything as cleaned up as I can. There's no more water coming out.
Right.
What am I going to do?
And that's a tomorrow problem.
This is a tomorrow problem.
Right.
So then I had to figure out what was going on. Fortunately, it's a fairly new dishwasher, and dishwashers don't use that much water anymore. Mm-hmm. But what had happened was there's a housing around the pump, and it's plastic. And it's and this is going to shock you, for a home consumer appliance item, but it's made very cheaply.
The most brittle fucking plastic you can find on those things, man.
I know. And seriously, I want to meet the intern they hire to sharpen all of the metal edges.
Right? That is if anybody is repairing anything, the first thing I tell them is to put on some kind of work gloves.
That is such a good piece of advice that I have never once followed, but you should definitely do that.
Your boy got 2 stitches from the bottom of a washing machine right here on his thumb. Yep.
I 100% believe that, because every single I have fixed pretty much every appliance in this house, if not multiple times, and I hate it. I hate it every time. It's so terrible to do every time.
I'm really glad that you expressed it that way, because I feel like it's because you have a lot riding on it, right? You heavily depend on your appliances, right?
Right.
If your washing machine is down for 2 days, you are taking a pretty big hit because of that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of like when you had the Saab Tubo X, right? The stress that would bring into your life, right? These GM era plastics that they're using on dishwashers. Because I've fallen victim to the plastic decay as well on a very new LG dishwasher. Their drain hoses are complete shit, and when I bent it turned into 3 different pieces just in my hands.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, and it was one of those things too where the person who installed it didn't put a separate valve for the dishwasher from the sink. So I had to go, because we needed to wash dishes.
Right.
And so we had no hot water in the sink. Right. So I was I got to go get to Ace and do some plumbing. And then I did do part of the fix was also zip ties and a what do you call it? What's it called? The other
baling wire?
No. The other paragon of quality automotive roadside repair vice clamps.
Vice clamps. So I think what we need to do is we need to pause right now.
Okay.
For your phone to ring because our buddy Pete is probably going to call you.
Probably. To be like, you should have called me. Yeah. So the pipe the hot water pipe is like copper underneath my sink. And there was just the one valve on it, which was already a problem. So I shut that off.
Right.
That's the feed to the dishwasher. So I didn't have hot water to the sink either. Underneath that, it's just, you know how like they didn't actually hide any of the pipes in my basement? You know, they're all like down. So it's just plastic. It's the plastic piping from there, and it's just like nailed to the ceiling. Well, of course, that's where the water came down and just like eroded the little bit of drywall that screw was hanging in. So the whole thing just went clunk. And so I took the vice clamps and like propped it up, propped the copper up right out of like another line that's down there, like a steel line.
Yeah.
Propped it up and then went back upstairs and zip tied. And it's still like that. Zip tied it up.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So my plumbing repair involved vice clamps and zip ties.
Nice. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Did you have to replace the whole pump? Did you get a new pump for it?
I did. You know, I got out. As much as I'm complaining about, like, I got away with it for even overnighting the parts was like $100.
Yeah.
And being able to do it, I'm glad I did it myself because it's like $500 to get someone here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know,
and persistence and determination is the thing that solves that and saves money. Like that's right. Yeah. Same with car repairs, right?
Yeah. And luckily, like I took the plate off and I could be like, oh, that's where the water's coming out.
Yeah.
It was like right there. So I just had to like figure out what that part was and then replace it. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Right.
But it was still like a day and a half out of my life.
Yeah. It's more stress than you deserve to deal with right now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that was annoying. But, you know, at least I got to do my most favorite hobby, fixing home appliances.
It is tough. In your situation, you have a lot riding on it. It is a very stressful endeavor. I get it. It makes me think of when I rage fixed a water pump on Dusty Rusty when that was my daily driver years and years and years ago. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, there's too much stress. Like, you kind of get to a limit and you're almost watching yourself like fix the thing at that point. Right. You know? Right. Yeah. Well,
because I have to do the other part of the repair, which is answering all of the questions that are being hurled at me as I'm doing the repair. Yeah. What is that? What is that tool? How do you use that? What does that word mean?
What's that word mean?
All of the many questions. I just had two assistants just over my shoulder, just peppering me with questions. And then at one point, Jenny was helping me. My wife was helping me, and she was helping me. And I looked up.
He had air quoted for the audio only listening.
She was painting her nails, and I was like, "Come on." Unhelpful.
I mean, depending on the skills involved, sometimes staying out of your way is the best move.
I mean, yeah. I was like under the dishwasher. You know?
Yeah.
Like
always the easiest yoga position you have to get in to fix the stuff.
Like a really weird position, and I was fighting with those stupid clamps. You know, the clamps where you squeeze them with the pliers, the hose clamps.
Oh yeah, the spring load clamp things. Yeah,
like the spring loaded ones, which I fucking hate.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's so fiddly, and I look up and she's just like, just laying on a coat.
Both children are feeding her bonbons. Yeah. Yep.
Anyway.
Meanwhile, throwing lit matches at you. Yeah, well, I'll let you know if I need appliances repaired.
Good,
You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Text me so I know to let you go to voicemail before I pick up.
Ian has seemingly left me on red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, good job, Ian. Good job. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice. Nice. Well, do you want to talk about cars tonight, or should we just keep talking about kittens and dishwashers?
Yeah, let's talk about cats in dishwashers now. Yes, let's talk about cars.
Okay. All right. Ian, I've been doing some stuff, man. First of all, today was insanely cold in Denver. I think the high only got to like 8 or 10.
Yeah.
Right?
It was cold.
And when it's that cold, I kind of I only want a couple different food things, right? My wife makes like this amazing chicken dumpling soup. I had some of that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I think you know what it was. It was Indian food.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so that meant I drove to go get it, and I took the nugget out. And you know what works really, really well with a Fiat?
Boosty boys.
Yeah, like 5-degree air in a front mount intercooler is fucking delightful, man. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. So that was fun. Yeah. I had a fun rip to get my sweet potato masala and my saag paneer.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
Indian food when it's cold out is just the greatest. It's the
right?
best. Yeah.
Yeah. But we've gotten a little bit of snow kind of persistently. Have you been able to get any of your normal hooliganism in? Or has this been a hooligan-free time for you?
No, I have been. I've been able to do... I've discovered that the all-track is actually really good at donuts and really tight little spaces.
Okay, because the front wheels are kind of doing different work than what they do in your R32.
I don't know. You just gotta you gotta commit. You gotta go in hot, pull the handbrake all the way up, get it sliding, and then just give it a bootful. And then it'll just it'll go right around. And you only need a single width parking lot. You know what I mean? Like where there's that's all you need. You could do it in there.
Wow.
Allegedly, you could do it 3 blocks from my house. Allegedly.
Well, allegedly, less than half a mile from my house, I found a parking lot. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Allegedly.
if maybe you figure out that there's a little lot on the way to the children's school drop off that gets hit last by the snowplow. That might be a good avenue to explore.
You show the kids how to control a skid.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Yep. Driver's ed starts now, 4-year-old.
Don't do what Daddy's doing. He's turning into the skid. Right? Ignore the smile on Daddy's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, Ian. Nice. I'm proud of you, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah, no, so I've found there's some little places. I would never dream, for instance, of like one particular intersection where there's never any traffic and it's really wide because it's really a weird intersection. I would never dream of that.
We got to figure out a time to get together and be able to do that and get the drone out again. Yeah.
I know.
Right.
I know.
Like that's all I want to do whenever it snows. Like I see like a half-inch snow on the ground and I instantly think of us in Winter Park, like me droning and you donutting. And
oh my God, it was so much fun.
Right? Yeah. Oh. Well, Ian, I have to tell you, you're going to have to come over and throw down on the sim rig pretty soon here.
Yes.
Because I've made an upgrade that I think you are going to be very much in favor for.
Oh, good.
Let's see here. It is, I'm going to show a picture of it. I labeled it Sim Update number 254,000, blah, blah, blah. All right, here you go, Ian. Look what I bought. I bought a real no-shit handbrake for the Sim. Yep, you pull it, you yank it. It's analog, so like you want little, you want a lot, the whole thing. It's all in there.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. It was a $65. I don't know what else to do with my money time purchase.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it feels so great. You're going to have a blast with it.
I want to put that in my car.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Oh my God, that looks awesome.
And this is like one of the kind of cheaper ones. I mean, it's not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like so much fun.
It's a hoot. It is a hoot. It works. It works very well.
What have you been using it with? Like, have you been playing like dirt with it, or
Just
like a rally race, or what have you been doing?
Testing it out in Assetto. They have a drift track in Assetto.
Oh, they do? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so just like a BMW, an older BMW in the drift track, and then in Forza Horizon. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because like Forza Horizon is like when we would play Burnout Paradise all the time, like, you know, you just got to hit the handbrake and just do like a hard 180-degree turn. You know,
Right.
just get like, oh, I want to go to an event over there, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just handbrake. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So you're going to enjoy it. It's a good time.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that looks great.
And I've also been making some more chili updates. I have some garage updates, Ian.
Okay.
Previous owners of the house left some speakers in the garage, like
Right.
those like JBL like indoor outdoor kind of speakers. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you showed me those. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like whenever we've heard these, like we're always surprised by them. Like when we're out in public and we're like, yeah, those speakers are actually not bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never hooked anything up to them or used them until now. I got this little garage amp from a company called Fosi, Fosi, Fosi.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little tiny, I think this is 200 watts. No, maybe 100 by 2, right?
Okay. Yeah.
With a $60, a remote, it's a Bluetooth receiver. So you can just Bluetooth your phone to it. You got your bass and treble and stuff right there. And it just sits on a little shelf I made in the garage. And it just kicks out podcasts or sweet jams while you're working in the garage.
That's perfect. Yeah. That's great.
I can't believe it's taken me this long to actually do something with those speakers, as much time as I've spent in the garage.
Right.
But yeah. So I got the garage TV and the garage boombox now.
Very nice.
Yeah. You know, it's not like I never spent any time in there, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. How are you feeling about your progress towards what do you call it? Towards autocross this season?
It's been on my mind a lot, right? And I'm kind of just waiting for like warmer temperatures to spend more time in the garage, right? Because
Right.
my garage has like a gas heater, but like gas is so crazy expensive right now. I don't want to heat up the whole garage for when I'm going to be working out there.
Right.
But yeah, I'm really excited to dig into the suspension. I'd love if you could help me with that.
Yeah.
You know, Peter's offered his help as well. So basically, it's going to be like you fixing the dishwasher. He and I are going to paint each other's nails and throw lit matches at you while you do the suspension on my Fiat. I'm really excited. I've been thinking a lot about the Fiat and about how much the suspension is going to change it. I'm going to go with a stiffer sway bar up front. I'm going to get one of those. When I get in an alignment, I'm just going to tell them to put as much camber on the front as they can, because you can only really do so much. But it was all just kind of clicking in my mind as far as like how much the car was rotating over to one side, and then how that was changing, like the angle at which the tire was hitting the ground, right? Like that contact patch, right? And how basically I'm lifting up the inside of the tire and minimizing my contact patch. And so I want that car to stay as flat as it can, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's fun as hell as it is, but...
Oh, yeah. It's a riot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that means that, like, if the body is a little more controlled, it means you can be even more aggressive with it, and it's going to eat it up, you know? Like...
Right.
It's amazing how, like... I think about the sensation of it all the time because because the wheelbase is this big, you know, and
It is.
if it's like intellectually you would think like, oh, if I induce oversteer in this thing, I'm doing 4 turns before I can do anything, right? Like it's just gonna like I'm gonna be a top. But it was really super controllable, right? Like you just like add throttle, steer into it. It was easy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It didn't happen as fast as you would expect it would.
That's what I was looking for. Right.
Yeah.
You had time, which I didn't think I would. Like the first time I did it, I honestly, the first time I like made it rotate, I was like, well, this is it. This is
right.
I'm gonna spin into another county. And then it just I kind of gathered it up and I was like, oh, that was way simpler than I thought it was going to be.
Right.
And then I was like, let's do it at every corner.
Right. Yeah. My favorite is the liftoff oversteer with it. Like when you don't even need any brakes, when you just get that little back end to pivot just from lifting off the throttle and then just back on the throttle and straighten things out. That's a freaking hoot, man.
Yeah, when you nail it, it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
And I think if it's flatter, like, I don't think it's going to ruin that fun. It's just going to mean you can do it at higher speeds.
Right. Well, the good thing is they're adjustable shocks. So if you want the front end to be softer, you just soften that thing up and you'll get some rollback, right?
Yeah. Well, isn't that kind of the move that most autocross people do is they leave the fronts relatively soft and then just as hard as you can go in the back?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that was always the thing with longer wheelbase front wheel drive cars, like the Saab was always like you really just leave the front stock and then you just throw the biggest sway bar you can on the rear. Right. Because like with that wheelbase, you really needed that difference to balance the whole thing out. It's not like you're talking about like something with a double wishbone suspension or anything that's like truly set up for this kind of stuff. Like you're doing what you can, right? Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it'll be interesting. The thing I'm really looking forward to is the test and tune day, right? Like that was such a great day. They did that first before the autocross season started. And I mean, PETA and I think I got like at least 12 runs in. PETA got more because I sat some out. I'm going to have a better insight into the cooling and oil temperature situation. So I'm going to feel better about all that stuff and, know when to pull back on the car and just be able to like, just mess with stuff. I'm looking forward to that, Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I just had so much fun, and seeing you drive it is truly one of the best things. Like seeing that car through other people's eyes, like seeing my wife drive it, seeing you drive it, seeing PETA drive it. It's fantastic. Yeah,
it was a blast. I can't wait. I hope I get to drive it again this season because it was so much fun.
We will definitely do an event at Dual Drive. Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah.
Preparations are also underway for the lemon side.
Oh yeah, so what's going on there? Yeah, give me an update.
I'm actually meeting with Joe, one of the team members, on Wednesday.
Okay,
and we're gonna discuss some of the electronics and the telemetry and that sort of stuff in the car. We're gonna try to make some changes there to fix that a little bit.
Okay,
and then Brian's been hard at work, and we're supposed to be doing a test and tune day this Saturday.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We're supposed to get on track on Saturday. So hopefully that comes to fruition. We get to do a track day on Saturday.
Is that out at High Plains?
Yep. Out at High Plains, just an open lapping day. It's kind of like a shakedown, like let's reset. Let's figure out where we are.
Okay.
Brian sent a picture of some very stout looking new oil lines.
Oh, okay.
And he said this should reduce the fires. And I was like, reduce? Is that the word we're looking for?
As IT guys, we can't say we are eliminating the chances of issues. We're minimizing them.
Yeah.
Right?
So anyway, hopefully we're going to get we're gonna get back on track with that soon. So
nice, dude. Nice. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you. Yeah. So what's the schedule? When are the races that you're planning on doing with the team?
So definitely June.
Okay.
And then I don't know if we're doing. It doesn't sound like maybe we're not doing the 24-hour race this year.
Okay.
So there's one in May in Oklahoma, and I just found out I may have a work conflict, so I'm not sure if I can make that one work or not. But I think the team is.
Okay.
So yeah, I need to talk to them about that. But
okay.
And then hopefully, if all goes well, the other race I want to do is Champ Car is coming to High Plains this year, and my dad's gonna hopefully bring the Maserati, and oh my god, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I cannot wait because if you purpose built a track for the Maserati,
it's so perfect.
Right,
it's gonna be so much fun on that track.
Right,
like, that thing is just gonna scoot on that main straight. I cannot wait.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice rhyme, Ian.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice, dude. Nice. Okay. Yeah. It is about this time winter wise or time of the year that we start getting real itchy for motorsports stuff coming up.
Almost
right?
time. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Knowing now that I know just how much of a hoot the Abarth is at autocross, it's making me look forward to it even more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Nice, dude. Right on. Okay. What else we got? What else we got to talk about?
Yes.
I listened to your album of the week, Blonde Redhead.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I listened to it today while I was working. It was one of those kinds of moments where I wanted to stay motivated, like you were talking about. And I went to sleep. No, I'm just kidding. No, I enjoyed the album. I didn't really... I didn't vibe with kind of the more folkier country twinge. I was listening to the bonus version, so maybe they had some extra tracks that didn't make it to the normal version.
Oh, could be. Yeah.
But the parts that I really liked on that Blonde Redhead album were the ones that made me think of the Cardigans. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, it's a very intimate album.
Yeah.
It's intimate and just kind of
ethereal, little.
Yeah, but casual, but still it has some motion to it. Yeah, and so I enjoyed that album. Thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah, thank you. I love that record so much.
Yeah,
I was obsessed with that thing when it came out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. What do you got for us this weekend, man?
Yeah, so my album of the week this week is one that people are talking about because the lead singer just died. He was in his 70s, but it is Television's first record, Marquee Moon.
I've never heard of this band.
Television. Yep. Yep, right there.
Okay.
This is an all-time great rock record. It's really, really good, but it's very it's came out in 1977, but it sounds like it came out today. It does not sound dated at all, and it's really sort of at the there was that moment where art rock and punk kind of started to commingle, and that was kind of the vein that REM came out of, and all of indie rock today.
Yeah.
This is right the beginning of that. This is
okay.
Right. This is post punk and Brian Eno together, and then that's where all of indie rock comes from.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really, really cool. It's a really great record. It's a bummer that his name is Tom Verlaine died this week. But yeah, this is all-time great indie rock record.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give it a listen for sure. What do you think is the driving environment to which listening to this album is suited?
It's a good headphones record because one of the things about it is that there's two guitarists, and there was kind of experimental for sort of a sort of punky band at the time. And so there's a lot of stuff happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, get some wicked binaural stuff going, right?
Yeah. So it really is a good headphone record. So
Okay.
I don't know, whenever you're in like a rock music, but headphone rock music.
Okay.
I don't know. You could play some video games to that. I don't know. I feel like that's a thing that I would like to do. Like what was the name? Euphoria. That was a game that I really liked for a long time, where you had to like colonize planets with your flowers.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I would do that with headphones and listen to records.
Okay. Nice.
This would be perfect for that.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Right on, man. I will check it out. And I forgot to throw links in the description last time, so I'll update that. And there will be links in the description this time.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm going to listen to every Ian's album of the week. Yeah.
I love this challenge.
Yeah.
I think you'll like this. It's very, like I said, it sounds like it could be an indie rocker album today. Like it actually sounds. There was a band that came out in the early 2000s called Clap Your Hands Say Yeah.
Okay.
And it sounds like they like basically are doing this.
Okay.
It was really funny because like every big indie rock band in like the early 2000s can be like directly mapped to one indie rock band in the late 70s. Like Interpol was Joy Division. Clap Your Hands Say Yeah is Television. The Rapture was Gang of Four. Like it was just like all of them had like a corollary in the late 70s. They were all doing a thing.
Yeah, just a 1-to-1 for all of these folks.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, I'll check it out, and I will, of course, let you know what I think of it.
Yeah. This is very much in my wheelhouse for rock music. So
if
anyone's wondering where I live, it's right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, man. It's described on the screen as post-punk and art punk, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah. Ian's listening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else we got? Ian,
would you like to play a license plate game, or do you want to save that for later?
I would love to play a license plate game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have one for me? I catch wind, huh?
I do have one for you. Yes, I broke wind. You caught it.
Yeah,
right? Is that how that works?
That's how it always used to happen when we recorded in person together. It was just breaking wind back and forth.
That's true.
Dueling buttholes.
Dave, this week's license plate game is entitled Dudes Rock.
Oh, okay. I do like it when you see something that truly dudes rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know why these three work together as well as they do, but they kind of do.
Okay. All right, let's take a look. Dudes rock. Sometimes you just got to let a dude be a dude and the results will be good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So up top, we've got a black RAV4.
Yeah.
LE, new, current gen.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a Ford, white Ford Super Duty, pick 'em up truck.
Mm-hmm.
Looks kind of like a park rangery kind of truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with like that kind of guard across the back.
Right. Yeah.
Then we've got a putty colored BMW. This is an M3.
Competition.
Competition. Oh, so like this is the real deal, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. With a funky BMW badge. That's pretty cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Look at that. Okay. And then the license plates say Fire Guy. Just Kev. Hey.
Just Kev.
I'm just Kev.
Just
everybody. Kev. And then Rock Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I already have my answer, Ian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this was coming to me quickly. So
okay.
I think Fire Guy is the truck.
Okay.
Okay, that just has a Fire Guy thing to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Just Kev for the BMW.
Interesting. Okay.
And mainly because I want to put Rock Boy on the RAV4. And that's
Why?
because I think it's somebody that's in a band that has to haul some gear.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're thinking music rock boy.
I am.
Gotcha.
I am. Now, I'm going to do what you always do, and I'm going to get in my own head. And I think Rock Boy could be the pickup truck because it's hauling rock from a quarry.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, boy. I don't know, Ian. All right, yeah. Fire Guy. Why would Fire Guy be another one of these cars? I don't know.
You'd love to see this, folks. You'd love to see it.
You love to see a ginger noodle. Yeah. No, not that. That's no one wants to see that. It's not that kind of show, folks. Yeah. Ian and I don't have an OnlyFans.
Yet.
Yeah.
Depends how many more appliances break in my house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go Rock Boy on the RAV4. I'm gonna go Fire Guy on the truck, and I'm gonna go just Kev. It's just Kev.
Just Kev.
Just Kev. You just got that.
You can't not shrug when you say it. Just Kev.
Just Kev. You just got gapped by just Kev.
Okay. Very interesting. All right. Well, the solution is in the Dave Don't Look folder. Before you get that, do you want to change your answer?
I mean, yes, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
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 All right. Here we go. This moment. All right. Rock Boy. Fire.
You got them all. You got them all.
Dudes
nice
rock.
work.
Dudes rock. Just Kev. How can you
Just
get mad
Kev.
at that plate?
Just
It's just Kev.
Yeah.
Right? Rock
Yeah.
Boy? What do you think it's a musician?
When I saw it, because we're in Denver,
Right.
I
a climber or something.
I assume this is a climber.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. I'm surprised they got that plate, honestly.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And
That's a
Fire
good one.
Guy. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't back out. I'm glad I didn't, noodle my gingerness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or ginger my noodleness.
Don't ginger your noodle.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's what you call it when you get a spray tan. You ginger your noodle.
No, I just get spray tans in that one area.
Right. Yeah. Just
The rest of my body is masking taped off. I apologize to anybody that has a very visual imagination.
yeah. Well, because you were told you got to cut down on the taint sunbathing, and so now you're going to spray tans instead.
My dermatologist made me do this, man. Don't look at me like I'm the weird one.
You're saying to the poor spray tan employee who's masking tape, putting masking tape on your nipples.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna need another roll. Yes. That's really
Fantastic.
really good. Well done, Ian. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I also have. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead. Yeah.
Unrelated.
Yeah.
I have because last week we had kind of like a narrative structure to both of our license plate games,
Yeah.
and it got me thinking about that was fun. I really like when we have a narrative structure to our license plate games, because this one I thought it was. In my head, I imagined Fire Guy and Rock Boy introducing themselves really dramatically, and then just Kev. That's a really funny,
Right.
I could just picture the shots.
Yeah.
Just Kev. He's got a funny voice.
I want it like bosses in video games, like Mega Man looking.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
Fire Guy, Rock Boy, just Kev.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That was sort of the story that the storyboard that popped into my head.
I like that.
I was driving around today and I realized that I also do that just looking at individual cars.
Oh, okay.
And I'm pretty sure most people do this, right? Where you see a car and something about it grabs you, and a whole story just pops into your head. Mm-hmm. And the most common one, and it's not even a story, it's just a vignette.
Okay.
That pops into my head is whenever it's really cold out like it is now, and it was snowing a little bit earlier, like when I was going to pick up the kids from school, it was snowing. I was behind somebody with Florida plates.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it was just like a Nissan Sentra or something with Florida plates, like just clearly not equipped for the snow.
Right.
You know, like just all season tires, front wheel drive, whatever. Yeah. And Florida plates, and I always just picture them in the car like, ah!
Just terrified screaming.
Just constantly. And I know that that's not true.
Right.
There are people who live in Florida who grew up in the snow, and there's people who are from Florida who learned to drive in the snow, and it's fine. But that's just what pops in my head.
Right. Uh-huh.
I just picture a person screaming, going 15 miles an hour down the street.
Yeah. Like Toonson's the driving cat caliber yelling.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And that's just every time. Every time Florida plates in the snow. It's one of my favorite things to see.
I love it. Yeah. Right?
But do you have ones? Do you have like real strong? I mean, let's just call it what it is. Stereotypes that pop into your head, just based on like not seeing a driver. Because I'm talking about you just see the car, and then there's a whole life story that pops into your head.
I like anytime I see something with like the monster eye scare, like the little like the scratch mark, decals. Right. Uh-huh. Like I just picture just floor chimes caliber, like empties of Monster Energy drink on their floor and just vape cartridges. I can just smell that car. Like I don't have much of a visual sense of imagination, but it is definitely like the concept and smell specifically. Like I can just like my wife and I will like drive by an old house and she'll be like, you can just like smell what that house smells like, right? Like,
right.
Right. And so I'm like,
with just too much trash on the back of the car. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Do you have any others?
Well, no, but vape pens, just to go on just another tangent.
Sure.
Vape pens reminds me of something that happened the other week that I forgot to tell you about. So we took the kids to see a movie. We went to Alamo Drafthouse.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For anyone who doesn't have an Alamo Drafthouse by them, it was kind of the original theater where it started in Austin, and you can like there's like a bar and you sit in like really nice seats and they bring you food and all
you're
that
not allowed to talk.
You're not allowed to talk. Yes.
Yeah.
The kids showings are much
kid showings and
much more lax.
Yeah.
So we took them to see Predator. No, we took them to see Puss in Boots.
Yeah. Okay, Puss in Boots. Okay. Uh-huh.
But so we went down to the one in Littleton, and so there's a big parking lot there, right?
Yeah.
The big like mall parking lot, essentially. And getting kids in and out of a car is it's a fucking hassle. And you're in people's way, and sometimes that's how it is. But we're in the parking lot, and it's not like super packed.
Right.
Like we parked, and there was a spot on either side of us, and then there was a car, and then there was spots on either side of them. Right, like
sure.
There was room. So I had the door open, right, and was futzing with the cart seat. I don't remember. Something was tangled, and I was trying to get a kid. Oh, I remember what it was. It was really cold out. That's why we went to the movie. And, with little kids, you can't have them in the full winter coat and the car seat.
Strapped in. Okay. So
I was getting them unstrapped and then putting a coat on them before I took them out of the car because it was a walk to the theater. And there was this couple in a Volkswagen Golf R.
Okay.
Right. And they just decided that the spot next to us was just the one for them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so they did the thing where they pull in and they looked at me and I'm just like, what? I don't know what you want me to do here. Like,
right. There's better spaces.
There are other, like, if it was the last space, I would shut the door, wait for you to park, and then go finish with my kid. But you got other options, you know, like I'm not going to let my kid just be cold so you can have your favorite parking spot. And they just sat there for a second, you know, like did that whole like creep up. Sat there for a second, and I just looked at him like, all right, yeah, I don't know what you got. I'm in the middle of the thing. You can wait or go find something else. And they got out and both like walked past me and just stared at me and went with their vape pen. And I was like, go far. Of course.
You've done it again, Golfar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they just saw another VW and they just wanted to VW up.
I doubt it.
Maybe they figured you had some fuses they could use.
Yeah. Huh. I might have an empty vape cartridge they could rattle around in the back of their car for them.
Oh, yeah. I will tell you, as a non-child haver, Parker, right? Anytime like I have like walked to my parked car and I see somebody that is like getting their kid like either in or out of the car, and I have to do that thing where I just stand there, right? I make it very clear that like I am not in a hurry and that like everything is fine. You just wrap your stuff up. It's okay. Right. As
like a Midwesterner with children, I can tell you that that does not make an impact. And in their minds, I'm preventing you from like the nuclear launch codes.
Should I pretend to go to another car? Should I just wander around for a while with the remote?
No, that's just my own stuff. Like I'm just like me being in someone's way is the worst possible outcome. So like, I'm always just so like
Yeah, I get it. Right? Yeah. Nice, man. Well,
anyway,
Ian,
that was Ian's tangent corner.
I like Ian's tangent corner. I think we should go out on a Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace listing alignment.
Yes.
That our good dear buddy Johnny sent us. Johnny also did mention that he had a well-timed license plate DMV thing. Right? Remember we had the CRV?
Yeah.
So Johnny used to have a detail shop called Attention for Detail, and he managed to score a license plate, and the first three letters were AFD.
That's fantastic.
Right?
That's great. Yeah.
But he sent us this absolute fucking treasure of a Facebook Marketplace listing, and I gotta know where you think this thing falls on our Craigslist alignment chart, man.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I pulled up the alignment chart just for reference.
And just to remind everybody, so these are all bad decisions. It's just in what way are you going to ruin your life? Is it going to be a lawfully good bad decision, or is it going to be a chaotic evil bad decision?
Right. What's the spin on this ball that's being hit towards you? Right.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ian. First screenshot he sent me. Here you go. Thank you, Johnny, for this. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. Ian, talk people through what you see.
Okay. Well, I just saw the picture.
Yep. It's a video.
Okay.
It's something that creeps up. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So it's a 2001 Saturn hobby car, quote in air quotes, heavy air quotes with hobby car and a Saturn, I think. $700. Sounds great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 miles, which sounds suspicious. Automatic transmission listed over a week ago, which means that it's probably still available. Now, I will say that it's covered in snow in this picture. However, either someone has done something terrible with Photoshop, or someone has photoshopped the back half of the car off.
Ian,
please tell me it's a pickup truck.
What if I told you that there is a second picture of this car's rear and you are not ready for this shit?
I want it to either be on skids or be a pickup truck or just be half a car.
I don't know if it's going to be either of those, but I think you're going to love it. Ian, here you go.
I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared for it to be a 3-wheeled car.
It's a motorcycle.
It's a motorcycle. It's a trike. So that's a gas tank.
Uh-huh.
Is that a That's a drive wheel in the back.
It is.
Is it hooked up as a drive wheel?
There is no chain on that drive wheel.
Okay, I'm just checking that it's not completely insane.
So this is a black Saturn from 2001 that's cut right behind the B pillar. Just straight cut, right?
It's cut on the B pillar, which seems structurally maybe not the best idea.
Ian,
the B pillar is cut in half.
Right, Ian, this thing is not, I mean, you know, if you're looking for good ideas, you need to find another fucking listing.
I mean, this is not the most important thing here by any stretch, but I can't stop looking at the fact that they left the kickstand on the bike.
I saw that too. I saw the kickstand on the bike, and I love it. I love it. They're not taking the Lotus approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. The exhaust is just coming up like a stovepipe between, like right behind the front seats of the Saturn.
Yep.
And the gas tank of the motorcycle seems to be held on with bungee cords.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing that's the gas tank for the car as well. That's the actual gas tank.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
I mean, this is obviously a terrible decision to buy. I need to drive this.
You do. You know what I love is when a car has a gas tank right behind my head, like at head height. That's optimal, and right next to the exhaust as well. Yeah. Yeah,
well, that's what you want. You want ideally you want the exhaust to go through the gas tank. So that way you vapor off the gas before it can catch on fire.
I like that they kept the seatbelts in this thing.
For safety.
They cut on that side of the B pillar.
It's for safety, Dave.
So, yeah, you think...
Also, I'm sorry, one last thing. One last observation about the picture. The seating position of the passenger seems perilously close to the exhaust.
Yeah, there's snow on top of this car. I think they might have been cold and using the exhaust for warmth. So, yeah. And we should say, for the audio-only listeners, there's no glass or partition or anything. This shit is open air. Yeah.
To the back,
to the back. Rear, yeah. Just cut the car in half and weld a motorcycle to the back of it and just go on about your day.
I will say this is some Wisconsin bullshit right here. This is some Wisconsin bullshit. The only thing that would make it more Wisconsin is if this was the track from a ski-doo instead of a or a snow-doo. It's like instead of a motorcycle.
Yeah,
that is fantastic.
Right.
I want to see how it's plated.
Well,
I want to see if it has a motorcycle plate.
For $700, it can be yours, Ian.
Oh God! Don't tempt me with a good time.
So, Ian, if you were to purchase this, how do you think it would ruin your life? Because I'm not getting an evil sense off of this.
No, it's too playful, I think.
Right. Yeah, it's too chipper, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it was a pickup truck or like if it was lifted or something else, I think there's no aggression to this, like, at all, right?
Right. I mean, it's definitely chaotic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's fucking wild. How does that thing even handle when you basically have a caster for the rear wheel?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I think this is I'm leaning chaotic good on this.
Yeah, I am too. Right?
Yeah, because it's just bonkers enough that there's no mistaking this for anything other than a toy.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's sort of the ideal. It's cheapish. Nobody's upset that you cut up a Saturn. A Saturn?
That's a great point.
Right? No one's upset that you cut up a Saturn. Nobody's going to care when it falls apart.
Right.
They're just happy that someone had a good time with it.
Right.
It's just fun but chaotic.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
This is chaotic good. This could be the new chaotic good picture.
It could be.
This is it.
We might need to replace the Miata. Yeah.
Yeah. This is fantastic. And again, oh my God, I can taste the terrible coffee just looking at this.
I think I will update the alignment chart. Yeah. Yeah. I think whenever this goes by, should it ever be running, anybody that looks at it and sees it is instantly going to turn to somebody next to them and be like, did you see that shit too? Or
Yeah,
like,
right. Yeah.
is this a mass hysteria event? Is there a gas leak in here? Like,
Yeah.
what did we just see?
Yeah. And
Right.
can I get one?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this is a spec series if I've ever seen one.
Right? Yeah. Fuck your slingshots.
Yeah.
We got Saturn.
Right.
Yeah, we got Saturn motorcycles over here.
Sling ho.
Yeah. Somebody saw the Polaris website and they were like, I've got an idea.
They were in Wisconsin, so they literally said, hold my beer.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Right? Yeah, thank you,
I
Johnny.
need one of those in my life.
I'm going to wrap you in bubble wrap before you drive that thing. Non-flammable bubble wrap. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Good spot.
Right? Thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you see some bonker shit on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and you want us to line it up, yeah, let us know. Screenshots and links. Yeah, send them our way.
Yeah, 720-515-1391.
Yep. Stick your vanity plates in that same bucket too. Yeah.
Yep. ApexAdjacent@gmail. We're on the socials most of the time, some of the time. Dave, I think we did a car show.
We did. Yeah, we started talking about cat placentas and then
Cats and appliances.
Yeah, and then wound up on a Saturn tricycle. Yep.
I mean, as you do. The natural progression of things. Everybody, we love you. Fix your dishwashers. Goodbye.